Hello YouTube, Infinite Magicraid community, Gandalf here. We're going to do a summon for Sutter's Echo. Now, I don't have a Sutter just yet, but I did say I will try very hard to make sure that I get a copy of him before the event is over in a previous video. But his Echo is not only just for him. This will be probably the best in slot Echo for Mamook, because Mamook pretty much have his taunt up permanently as well. So whenever the owner gains taunt, now here's something we got to be careful and test. Is I'm not sure, and we're gonna summon the Echo and go test, because I don't know if it's because on the turn he gets the taunt or as long as he has taunt on. Because if he has taunt on, definitely Mamook is a hero that has taunt on all the time, so it will last for one of owner's turns. Now, and of course the pursuit damage, right? The every other pursuit is going to be increased by, for the even number of time is, so every other turn, which is kind of weird, right? It's like the every, just say every other turn. What's the even number of times is increased by a certain percentage. So this, you don't even need to level it up, because effective res, I mean, yes, Sutter not getting CC definitely will be really helpful, so I can see why they want effective res. It will be more broken if it's HP, because he scales up HP or Veil's Mastery. But effective res, hey, not bad. So in here, yeah, it's for Sutter, but I will say we're going to go test for, does it work for Mamook? I mean, other heroes that give taunt is like French also gives taunt. But let's see if it works afterwards as well. So let's get the summoning begin, because here's the thing, right? One of the things I talked about earlier is currently today you saw me cleave through a lot of teams, right? Like, let's go find an Eratos team. That's the typical Eratos. Okay, well, this isn't exactly your typical Eratos, but let's see your top here. This is kind of your standard Eratos teams, right? And I say, you know, how you saw in plenty of videos where I just cleave right through that with Jingle Bell. But if we take out that Beatrix, as you see in the other video, and throw in this Sutter with extra echoes, these damage reduction is multiplicative. So getting up to 20% damage reduction, that's effectively giving, you know, another 20-30% HP. And I'm already struggling really hard on some of the tankier teams. Having Sutter on there just means you really won't be cleaved straight out by Jingle Bell anymore. And of course, you saw in the last video, shields are everywhere. So I do see that this particular team that we see, in terms of being the meta right now, very likely, well, you know, we would see the optimal team to kind of have Beatrix taken out and put in Sutter. And that will probably be the best in slot team for defense for the time being. And, you know, we'll see how that evolves. That's just my prediction. And we'll see how that evolves, right? At least you won't be able to cleave it. Maybe there are certain variations of the Beatrix team. Like, I feel like it will be going to be different variations. Because it's all about, at this point, whoever triggers Eratos first, and that team will be the one that's gonna, you know, beat the other one. We're gonna see basically variations of that Eratos teams at this point over the next little while in Classic. I'm just gonna pick up the go ahead with my summons now. Enough talking. I do hope I get it on the first one, and then we can go test this one out and see if it works on Mamook, because I think that would be something interesting to try and showcase for now, until we get a copy of Sutter to mess around. I mean, this is kind of the opportunity to see how the meta evolves a little bit. Maybe more people will get Sutter later on this week. Fingers crossed. Don't want to spend too many echoes here. That's unfortunate. Oh, really early. Looks like it's taking us to the third one. That's sad. Sad day. Usually I'm not this unlucky with Echo Summon. I usually get it on the first one, but this time it looks like it's taking me to full pity. At least we got one early, so we can at least get it on the video. So this is the guarantee, and it looks like it's 41st, so I went full pity there. So we got Molten Hunt. Let's go test it out. So let's see, we'll go pick somebody that we can battle against. Put in some heroes, and where's my Mamook? We're gonna go test Mamook. Yeah, hopefully we get a special icon on everybody, so it's easy to tell that yeah, this already is kind of good for Mamook, but let's use this one for now. And we're gonna bring out Mamook. Where's Mamook? There we go. Battle. Okay. Okay, Mamook is gonna put his shield on. Okay, and do we see a special trigger for everybody? Okay, reduce the I mean, we don't see a special icon, so how do I know if the damage is reduced? This is tricky. Yeah, how the heck are we gonna test this? Okay, let's go try somebody else. Someone who's gonna actually hit me kind of first turn, and then we can maybe experience the damage taken. Maybe. Let's try that. Let's try. Let's try this, and then we'll bring the other Echo back, and just to see what kind of damage reduction we have here. Okay, so we got the taunt up, right? So in theory now everybody. Okay, so we're gonna have to slow down. Look, so we're gonna pay attention to how hard that Santa hits. Say Santa hits on Atkins, and then we'll come back and do that again. Okay, so at least we know with this opponent, it's gonna work from a turn order perspective. Okay, so we're gonna just pay attention to what damage number shows on Atkins. 18670. Okay, so we write that down. 18670. Go grab Mamook. And we'll battle that again. Now the trick is trying to test if that somehow is going to last multiple turns. Do the same thing again, and going to watch the damage. Hopefully this time it'll be higher. Okay, it's 20180, and I'm pretty sure that's multiplicative. Let's check the calculator here. It should be a full reduction. 20108 divided by 18670, and that's about 8%. It's a little bit more because I think it's additive, right? Because here's the thing, we got some extra damage reduction actually here, right? So when we look at our talent, this is the really cool part, because that damage reduction there, one. Okay, well, actually, you know what? Let me just double check my math here, because I do feel like it's an additive stack. And if it's really an additive stack, we got some real good math going on here, because this might be a very surprising finding. Let me just quickly run the numbers again. 1670 divided by 20180. Okay. Yeah, it rounds out to 0.73, but it's not exact. The reason why is because all the defense hero actually have a 9% base damage effective res already. Okay, in Mark Talent, there is no damage resistance. I think this is the only damage resistance in the entire game. We're going to quickly check our Sanctuary. Do we have damage resistance? And we don't see damage resistance here. Incarnated Sanctuaries, do we see damage resistance? I don't think we have damage resistance. Atkins is damage resistance, right? So if the math is correct, 7.5. So what we should see is a real change of damage resistance of 7.5% going all the way to 9%, going from 9% to 16.5%. So if I quickly do the math and calculate the numbers there, if I take 1 minus 7.5 divided by 1 minus 16.5%, so that will be 83.5 divided by 92.5. Now that would be closer to 10%. That's weird. I'm not sure why the number showed up that way. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's because there was a little bit of math in there with damage to shields. Either way, it's close to about 7.5% damage reduction. Meh. Doesn't seem like it's additive. Is it because my Atkins have some, did I put some additional damage reduction related gear onto him? No, tenacity wouldn't matter. It's a different part of the formula. Do I have direct damage reduction already? Blessing. No, I did two. Yeah, it should be all multiplicative. So it's really strange why we didn't see an exact number there. So sometimes I know. Sometimes, yeah, it's close enough. It's close enough. It was if we divided the numbers, it was close enough to be 7.5%. Okay, with that kind of out of the way, right? That means effectively, if you're fully maxing that echo, that 20% is pretty big already. This is equivalent of giving you 8% effective overall health, and it's multiplicative. So it is pretty big. Now, the question now we're going to try to test is, would it last for more than one turn? That's the tricky part. So let's see if we can get to a point where we watch the enemy does a second turn, and we'll pay attention to that number and we'll bring it back. We'll do taunt first. Let's see what's consistent. We'll do shield. Just do auto attack. We'll make Mamu go one more turn and steal everyone's buff. And auto attack. Okay, maybe okay, we know his panda is going to do an auto attack after all that. So maybe, I think panda will be the good marker in terms of checking, and I think his panda doesn't have a lot of crit. Okay, well, okay. And it's also force mark. So it should give us a good benchmark. So we will play until the point of, I know, if you're sick and tired of me doing these things, but it'll at least help you, right? We know for Sutter it's going to work, but in case you want to use it on all Sutter, we're going to just get a benchmark number, and we're going to pay attention to when he takes the second turn. Whatever. Okay. Auto attack. Okay, this is the turn I think we're looking for. And his panda should go next. So we'll pay attention to the damage on Atkins and write that down. So we have a benchmark point. I think the auto attack is coming now. Okay, 36093 is the damage we took. Let's put the echo back on. I know, you guys probably be thinking, man, this guy, is this what he does in his spare time? I'm only doing it for you. Just remember that, so that you don't have to. Also because, you know, we're all scared because the devs with, I was jokingly saying to Jonas, I was like, you sure you don't want to, you know, I'm basically doing QA for you whenever new content comes out. You should pay me like real money as a QA person. For those of you who don't know, in soft development world, QA is like your, you know, people who actually test your codes or testing your games and stuff like that. It's not what my real job is, but I do have to do, you know, oversee a lot of QA processes. I'll give you a hint with that one. Where's our Mamook? Okay, let's put the echo back on. It'll be really cool. Yeah, I think it's a win. I think it's a win if it worked this way. Is as long as he has taunt, this is applied. But I have a bad feeling it only works for the turn you get it, which makes it kind of Sutter, very Sutter specific. Which then I'll say, you know, unless you have a Sutter, you wouldn't want to grab this echo. Okay, I'm gonna repeat it. We're gonna pay attention to, again, panda's hit, because panda's hit is the one we're going to benchmark it against. We're going to hope the panda doesn't crit, because there is a certain chance that panda crits, which means we have to watch this all over again, which really sucks. Okay, we're going to steal buffs, and we know that steal wouldn't work. Did he literally crit? Did he literally crit right there? Exactly what I was not wanting to happen. So we're going to have to do that again. Sorry. Maybe I should have tried to find the hero that has 100% crit like Lydia. But then I can't tell between when Lydia is actually doing a move versus the counterattack animation, and sometimes it's harder to see those numbers because you're getting hit multiple times there. Okay, hopefully this time, you know, everything works as expected. All right, after this move, Panda is gonna hit me, and we're gonna watch in slow-mo and write down that number. It should be 36093. So we saw the exact number. Okay, I think it's proven. It's only on the first turn, unfortunately, guys. It's not if he has. Wait, Mamook didn't have taunt up. Like, how the heck did he lose his taunt? Ah, great. Now I have to try this again. Oh, great. Well, this is kind of annoying to test, because you see, it's because that stupid is stripping me. I wish they add echoes back in. So we're gonna have to find a different opponent. Oh well, someone already has a Sutter up. That will probably kill me too quickly, would it? It might. Okay, let's try this team here. We're gonna put in Wukong. Hopefully it helps us survive. We're gonna put Lydia. We're gonna try a different benchmark test here. Just gonna put the tankiest of the tankiest stuffing here. And see if it works on a 2-turn. Okay, so we see if we can survive to the 2nd turn without getting stripped. Oh, great. Spotlight doesn't work. Okay, let's get our 1st turn. Okay, we're surviving so far. Give us a shield. Okay, we're going to steal everything over. Do I still have taunt? I lost taunt because... Oh, that Lydia is so annoying. Can we find someone who doesn't have a Lydia on defense? Thank you, but that has a... do I have something that I can fight that doesn't have a handler or... maybe this one? But Popper might strip, but I think Popper is going to end up going first anyways. Okay. Let's see if this one works better. Okay, our taunt's up for the 1st turn. Shield up. Shield up. Okay, we're gonna benchmark, and hopefully this time we still have the taunt on, so we can then capture the next one that does damage. Okay, I still have my taunt up. Good. Okay. Okay, we're gonna pay attention to what that panda hit. That's really hard to see with all of that extra numbers. You know what? I hate leaving you guys mid-video like this. I'm gonna stop recording. I'll just leave a comment in the description below once I figure it out, and I'll just confirm for the fact for you guys below. So much for the live recording, because this is very frustrating to find out. I'll do some testing and I'll put it in the comments. I'll catch you guys next time. Gandalf out.